In Season 4 of Stranger Things, Nancy Wheeler made a disturbing discovery. While trapped in the Upside Down, she realized something was wrong. The posters in her room, the clothes in her closet, everything was exactly as it was on November 6, 1983, the day Will Byers went missing, the day this entire nightmare began. But why? Why is the Upside Down frozen in time? It's not stuck on the day 11 opened the gate. It's not stuck on the day Barb died. It's stuck on the day Will disappeared. And if you understand the psychology behind this, you'll realize that Stranger Things isn't just a horror story. It's a story about refusing to grow up, and the only way to end it might be to reset everything. Today, we're breaking down the quote, "zero," and why it suggests that Season 5 will end exactly where it started. Let's dive in. First, let's talk about the mechanics of the Upside Down. For 4 seasons, we assumed it was just a dark mirror of our world, a parallel dimension created by Vecna and the Mind Flayer. But Nancy's discovery changes everything. The Upside Down isn't evolving, it's frozen, like a photograph, like a memory. This implies that the Upside Down isn't just a place, it's a state of mind. And the mind it's reflecting is Will Byers. Think about it. The dimension is stuck on the day Will entered it, not 11, not Vecna, Will. This means the Upside Down is shaped by Will's consciousness, his fear, his trauma, his inability to move forward. Now, let's bring in the psychology of nostalgia. Nostalgia is the longing for the past. It's comforting, but it's also dangerous. When people experience trauma, they often get stuck in the moment the trauma occurred. Psychologically, this is called quote 1. They can't move forward because part of them is still living in that moment. Will Byers has been stuck since 1983. Even though he escaped the Upside Down, he never truly left. He still feels the shadow, he still senses Vecna, and emotionally, he's still that scared 12-year-old boy hiding in a shed. The Upside Down is frozen because Will is frozen. And if the dimension is a reflection of his mind, then to destroy it, Will has to let go of the past. But here's where it gets even deeper. Stranger Things as a show is obsessed with the 1980s, the music, the movies, the fashion. The Duffer Brothers have built an entire empire on nostalgia. But nostalgia is a double-edged sword. It's beautiful, but it's also a prison. The characters in Stranger Things are terrified of growing up. Mike doesn't want to lose his friends. Dustin doesn't want to leave childhood behind. Lucas is caught between fitting in and staying true to himself. And Will? Will just wants things to go back to the way they were, before the Upside Down, before the trauma, before everything changed. The time loop theory suggests that the entire show is a metaphor for this fear. The Upside Down is the past, and the only way to escape it is to accept that you can't go back. Here's where the theory gets wild. What if Season 5 ends with a time reset? What if, to close the gates forever, the group has to undo the day Will went missing? Imagine this. 11, Mike, and the others realize that the Upside Down exists because Will's consciousness created it. To destroy it, they have to sever that connection. But the only way to do that is to go back to November 6, 1983, and stop Will from entering the Upside Down in the first place. If Will never goes missing, the gate never opens. Barb never dies. Bob never dies. Billy, Eddie, Max's trauma, none of it happens. The timeline resets. But here's the cost. If the timeline resets, the friendships never form. Mike and 11 never meet. Dustin and Steve never bond. Max and Lucas never fall in love. Everything they've built together disappears. They'd be trading their trauma for their connections. And that's the ultimate question. Is it worth it? Psychologically, This would be the perfect ending. Because trauma and growth are inseparable. You can't erase the pain without erasing the person you became because of it. The group would have to choose: live with the scars and keep the memories, or reset everything and lose each other. I think they'll choose to keep the memories, because Stranger Things has always been about one thing: friendship is stronger than fear. Even if it hurts, even if it's broken, the connections they've made are worth fighting for, and that means accepting the past, not erasing it. Here's my prediction. In the final episode, Will have the chance to reset time. Vecna will offer it to him. But Will refuse. Not because he's strong, but because he's learned that running from the past doesn't heal you. Facing it does. And by refusing to reset, Will break the loop. The Upside Down will collapse because it's no longer feeding on his fear. He's let it go. And in doing so, he'll finally be free. So, is Stranger Things going to reset? I don't think so. But I think the characters will be tempted, and that temptation is what makes this theory so powerful. Because we've all been there, wishing we could go back, undo our mistakes, start over. But life doesn't work that way, and Stranger Things is about to teach us that the hard way. What do you think? Will they reset time, or accept the scars? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to know the darkest theory about Vecna's origin, click this video right here. It's disturbing.